All right, buddy. Hello, Ryan. Are you there? You're looking down
Yeah,
at something. God knows what.
I heard a knock.
A knock.
Yeah.
Is this a bit or what?
No, it's not a bit.
Oh, well, we are live. So, how we doing, Ryan? How's it been?
Bad.
It's been bad? What's been bad?
A lot.
Okay, that's lovely. You want to do the show?
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't that why we're live?
Then let's make it happen. Well, I want to do the show. That's why we're live. But if you don't want to do the show, then we don't have to. Are you ready to do the show?
If I didn't want to do the show, then I wouldn't be here.
That's not necessarily true.
Let's
let's break some bad news to the audience first of all, which is the fact that there will unfortunately be no call-ins this week because I spent the last hour trying to get it to work, and to no avail. We got no call-ins. So as disappointed as you are, I assure you, I'm 5 times as disappointed and 20 times as frustrated because I spent forever and all week trying to get it to work and nothing for this show. But it will be something down the line in the future. We will have plenty of episodes and we will eventually get you guys to call in. That just means we might have to save one of these segments I was looking forward to, I was excited about. But beyond that, we still got quite the episode here for you today. Ryan, what was the big release of this week?
Black Adam.
That's correct. Black Adam, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is changing. Ryan, what did you think of Black Adam?
Mid.
Would you like to elaborate?
It was dull, bad storyline, a lot of not great performances, CGI lacking, Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate was the best part.
You're frozen a little bit, but keep talking. I'm going to push back on dull, first of all, because I thought for all of the film's flaws, which there were many, the film was not dull. I would say it was rather fun. And I think what prevented it being dull was just the absurd fast pace that carried the film. I mean, it was point to point to point to point, which was really a flaw. It was a problem more than anything else. But I think it prevented the film from being boring. I was never bored.
Dull does not mean boring.
That is exactly what dull means.
No, it does not.
What did you think dull means?
I'm gonna pull up the definition of dull.
Yeah, you're welcome to, buddy. If you want the literal definition, it means something that is not
lacking interest or excitement.
Okay, and so in this case, when we talk about fun versus boring, because those are two opposites, right? And you say lacking interest, which category does that fall under, Ryan? Boring or fun?
Well, that's such a vague way to put it, but dull
Is
and
it
boring
vague?
are not the same thing.
Dull and boring are, for our intents and purposes, the exact same thing.
They're
So
not
then
the
if
exact
you
same
didn't
thing.
mean boring, please clarify what you meant.
I meant it was uninteresting.
Uninteresting. So then, okay, I would not
lacking
use dull
interest, dull. I just looked up the definition.
To describe something.
I just looked up the definition of
uninteresting.
dull. It said lacks interest, and it was uninteresting.
I think
you
even the
saying?
fact that it was fun disproves your point. The plot was very bad. Is that what you mean to say?
No, I said that after. It's two different things.
So it's poorly made and fun is how I would characterize Black Adam. Would you not say it was fun? You didn't have fun?
Barely.
Barely had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because other points I said, like, it's harder for me to have fun when the acting is bad, the CGI is lacking.
CGI was left some stuff to be desired.
The storyline is so stupid.
Yeah, it was
How
stupid.
am I supposed to have fun doing that?
Because I think, despite all that, you've got some jokes in here. What do you think of the jokes, the comedy?
Not funny.
Huh. Harsh words.
What do you remember any jokes that you laughed at?
I remember a few. My favorite one was Hawkman and Adam Smasher have this bit that carries out where he goes, where Adam Smasher will do something accidentally to hinder the mission or hurt Hawkman, and he'll say, what does he say? He points to him and he says, "You and me, you and me." I thought that was funny. Little stuff like that. You disagree?
That's not funny.
Oh wow. Funny. Well, sorry to offend the king of comedy over here, Martin Scorsese. Yeah. What else? What more is there to say? Action was not great, and for a film that was pretty much entirely action, that's always a problem. What did you give the film?
I think a 3.
Wow, very harsh. Look, I had a fun time. It was not a very good film, but I did enjoy.
3 out of 5.
Oh, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You can't be serious.
I'm serious.
Ryan, you were talking. You had nothing nice to say or good to say about it, and yet it gets a 3 out of 5.
I said Pierce Brosnan was the best part of it. That's something good to say about it.
So Pierce Brosnan brings it to a 3 out of 5?
As Dr. Fate.
How? No, seriously. How could it be a positive rating if, with all that stuff you had to say? What are the redeeming qualities that make it a 6 out of 10?
It was a bit fun.
What, Ryan? So you're just disagreeing for the sake of it?
No. Everything I said, what I think about the movie.
So you gave it higher than me, and you're being far harsher than I am. None of this makes sense. If it was so uninteresting and bad that you had no fun, which is what you said earlier in this episode, then how could it possibly be a 6 out of 10?
What did I say?
You said you had no fun. Not really. I said, did you have fun? You said, no, not really, because it was uninteresting. You care to explain?
I don't remember saying that. But
so you don't stand by that?
No, it was a bit fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
But
I would not give it a positive rating because I had way too many problems with it, and I thought it was a very, very flawed film. But, 6 out of 10. That's wild. That's wild. You stand by that?
No.
Oh, so you would change that?
Yeah.
What would you give it?
5.
Okay, which is what I gave it. Because I think it, fun, but also ridiculously flawed, is how I would describe Black Adam. You agree? Anything else you want to talk about? Yeah, I agreed that Dr. Fate was probably the standout of the film. The JSA in general, I really enjoyed their...
No, I didn't.
Oh, not a fan of the JSA.
Only... No. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay, you like Dr. Fate, so who in the JSA is not earned your respect?
I think I didn't really like Hawkman's character.
Okay.
Aldous Hodge's acting.
With you there.
I love Aldous Hodge's acting in Once Upon a Time in Miami.
Once Upon a Time in Miami? You're making up films. Is that Tarantino?
I mix it up. Okay.
Okay, buddy. No, I'm gonna push back on that. He's like.
But in this movie,
he's
it was
one of
the
the
same
best
thing
parts
every
of the
time.
film.
His facial expression never really changed.
His facial expression?
Thing.
Okay. You want to talk about facial expression? What about The Rock?
No, it's not all his fault. It's the story's fault that I didn't like Hawkman's character most.
Okay. All right. Look, it's a personal opinion, but I very much enjoyed Aldous Hodge's Hawkman.
I didn't enjoy his script writing.
What can one do?
Cyclone, or the girl, right? Cyclone.
That's her name.
Was barely used, and when it was always some slow-mo of her. Like, it was always a slow-mo.
Not wrong.
And it was very, like... Okay, it was weird. They used a lot of slow-mos in the film. I didn't really like the direction of the film.
Yeah, look, you're right. And Cyclone specifically, a lot of her character is just being smart and teaching Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher, yeah.
Like their dynamic, that whole thing. And he is, of course, the comic relief. It's a very simple film, not trying to win any awards. And it is pretty mid-tier DCEU, in my opinion. But what can you do? I did have fun. I think I probably would like it even less on a rewatch, though that's hard to know, just because the flaws are abundant. But it was fast. I certainly was not bored at all in that theater. I would not call it dull. despite the fact that you looked up the definition and stand by that. Anything else to say about Black Adam?
Yeah, you mentioned The Rock. The
I
Rock.
did.
I didn't enjoy it really.
You didn't enjoy what? Oh, The Rock.
The Rock. He. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think in the hall of legendary superhero performances, I don't think he'll end up there. But he is clearly. I found that actually he was pretty passionate about the character. I think you could tell a lot of that just coming off the screen. And so, yeah, he wasn't given a lot to do. He was doing classic Rock stuff, being stoic, but funny when he needed to be. And yeah, I thought he was fine. I think he definitely, obviously knows how to carry a film as the lead. And I think that was definitely the case here. Because let's be real, if you take out Black Adam, who's the lead of this film in your opinion? I was thinking about this. A little quicker if you don't mind. Got a show.
I don't know.
I'd say the mom. The mom or the kid.
Okay.
And these people are like, and a lot of superhero films and just films in general have done this before, where they take like these civilians and anchor them to a fish out of water. And they're boring. They're never interesting. They're never more interesting than the superhero. And it's pretty much, it's a very tired trope at this point. But obviously the film does not work without Black Adam, and the civilians are boring. So I'm hoping that since we got some of the exposition out of the way in the first film, that if they choose to continue this character, we will get some more of him down the line. Some better content with him. And the JSA in general, I think there's a lot of potential there. And then also...
I don't really... The JSA, what the JSA, I've never heard of it before this movie.
I mean, I'm not a big comic fan, so I don't know that I have either. I know a little bit about them. But they're like... I think they're Justice League, but like Earth-based entirely.
What is JSA? I thought it was just Justice Society.
Oh, well, the comics, it's Justice Society of America, JSA. Oh. Yeah, but you're right. I don't think they said the A.
Is it just an L version of the Justice League then? I thought about that during the movie.
Yeah, it's like
Justice
the minor...
Society is just switching out one.
The minor version. The L
version.
Leagues. Look, I really don't know why this light is doing this. It's very annoying. Man, okay. Anyway, but I liked them. I thought they were fun. I thought they had a cool dynamic. Hawkman is the leader, obviously, and you can bring in all sorts of superheroes that, are in the comics that aren't often seen in the films. Like we always get Batman, we always get Wonder Woman, we always get Superman. We don't get Atom Smasher or Cyclone or Dr. Fate, who was the standout, obviously, as we determined. Also, the villain in this film. Thoughts on the villain?
Such an L.
Yeah, I mean, truly just
awful.
This is the kind of stuff that's like, people have said this, I'm not the first to say this, but this is just a film that belongs in like 2005, a superhero film, and the villain is perhaps the perfect embodiment of that fact. But I think there's some fun to be had. I definitely think it could have been better in just about every way. The editing I didn't even touch on, but I mentioned in my review, but just horrific. And a lot of that has to do with the pacing in general. I don't want to talk about the post-credit scene because it is a big spoiler, but it's pretty much a known secret at this point, but we won't spoil. But thoughts on that, Ryan, being as vague as possible?
Cool.
Yeah, I'd agree. Exciting. We'll see where it goes from here. The film wasn't the best, obviously, so I don't know that my hopes have been raised that much. But
it has a 90% audience score.
I mean, this is just the endless critic audience battle with this kind of stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just doing that now to spite the fact that critics don't like it so much, It's ridiculous. There was on Twitter today, there was or maybe it was yesterday, some guy was tweeting, he tweeted, I feel like the people who gave Black Adam a negative rating just sit around and listen to fancy music and drink wine all day. And I mean, this goes to show you. And then obviously a lot of critics were responding back, what? That sounds not bad at all. What is fancy music? Some of them asked, just stuff like that. And there's just an endless fight, it would seem, between critics and normal audience members, And I think that's sad because then you do get review bombs like this. But unfortunately, I think the critics might be right on this one. If you like Black Adam, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I can definitely see how it would be fun. But I also just want to say,
keep going.
to those of you that like the film, it's okay to want more. It's okay to have higher standards for the content you consume because these studios can afford it. They have the time, they have the money to give you a better film, to give you a better Black Adam film. They certainly are capable, right? We get good DC films all the time. We got the Batman earlier this year, okay? Phenomenal film. They didn't rush it. Yeah, Ryan's got the hat, for God's sakes. A great film. So don't feel like you need to like it because you like DC or because you want to be against the critics or something. If you liked it, if you had fun, that's fine. I was close. I almost had fun. There was just some stuff holding me back. But, it's okay to have higher standards is what I would say. Ryan, you want to talk? I really got to figure out what to do with that.
It tried. I've seen people talk about how it tried to be dark.
I'll try to move this. Try to be dark.
But yeah, like a dark tone film with some of the scenes. He's like killing these people, whatnot. He's like a villain guy doing bad stuff. It was trying to, but it also wasn't enough. It was like trying to be. It was like in between, but a bad in between.
In between.
Like it's just stuck to one.
So not. Oh, I see. So like balancing the tones, either too humorous or too dark. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So Sam is in the chat. I'll ask you a question since you asked me a question, and I guess Ryan too, if you can see me. Can you see me, Ryan?
Yeah, I can see you.
Is it too bright? Did you like it better before? I'll give you a before and after. Ready? This is me now.
Yeah.
That's without. This is with. Which way? Up to you.
I don't care.
Okay, then I'll leave it to Sam. I'll leave it like this for now. He says it looks good, but of course Sam would say that. Which you prefer, Sam? That's my question. Anyway, would I watch a Black Adam 2? Ryan, I'll let you answer that one first.
Obviously, because I watch all that stuff, but I probably wouldn't enjoy it if they made it like this first one.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to enjoy Shazam 2 because I didn't like the first one, and the trailer to the second one looks bad.
All right. So. Well, now I got two things to comment on. One, I would say I absolutely will watch a Black Adam 2 because my hope is that they will have, since they overcame a lot of the exposition, and I think they will look back at a lot of problems of the first film and attempt to correct that with the second film. So I am excited to see what goes on there. And then also you have the post-credit scene, which is... and The Rock has a ton of influence. Like, this guy can make anything happen. So I'm very excited to see what they do for the second film, at least. I think they'll go bigger. I think they'll go better. And Shazam 2 looks very good because Shazam 1 was great and is the best DCEU film. So I'm very excited for that one. Very, very excited for that one.
That's such a mistake.
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Shazam
Leave it in
sucks.
the chat if you are Team Shazam. Actually,
sucks.
Sam, you don't have to answer that one because I know your opinion.
Yeah, Sam.
Answer
that one.
On Shazam, and it's wrong. Ryan, are you ready to move on, or you got anything else to say about Black Adam?
I'm ready to move on.
All right. You saw none of these other films, so these conversations are going to be very short. But if you have any questions, please ask them. And if the chat, I see we have 4 viewers. I don't know how accurate that is. But if you have any questions about these films, but really about anything, please ask them. Okay. First of all, Ticket to Paradise. Do you have any interest in seeing this one?
No.
Really?
No.
I'm actually going to suggest that you do. I'm going to suggest that you watch. I don't know that you listen to me. Okay, Sam. But I thought I would hate this film. And then I saw it with my grandparents because, they love, it's like a rom-com. It's fun, whatever. George Clooney, Julia Roberts, icons of the past. And I was like, this looks basic. I saw the trailer. It does not look fun. It looks horrible. And then I went and I liked it. I had a good time. It was charming enough. George Clooney and Julia Roberts had just such an excellent dynamic that it's hard to deny, fun. It's fun. It's short. It's very simple, I won't lie to you. And it's hardly the best thing ever. It's not the best rom-com by any means. But I certainly had a good time. Better than Black Adam. I'll tell you that. But I don't know that that's high praise. So I very much liked it. I've been watching, actually. I've been on a George Clooney. Ooh, Sam, I love that you asked that. And a great time. Because I have been on a George Clooney, Julia Roberts kick. I started out, I got home, I watched Pretty Women. The night after seeing Ticket to Paradise. And, I thought it was fun. It was better than Ticket to Paradise. It's a nice rom-com. Richard Gere is great. Julia Roberts is just phenomenal. Good God in that film. And then I watched Up in the Air. Have you heard of that, Ryan?
I saw you rated it, but
That's
I haven't
right.
heard of it until I saw
George
it.
Clooney film. Also just very, very good. It gives you a nice insight, nice introspective look into the way some people live their lives. And I think George Clooney is really just maybe the most charming man on the planet, for God's sake. So he can really carry any role in that regard. And then I am currently watching, I had to stop for this live, Ocean's 11 with both of them, which is a film I've seen before, but I wanted to watch again because, who doesn't like a good heist film? So anyways, it's not either of their best films. It's fine. Ticket to Paradise is fine, but it is fun. It is enjoyable. If you saw the trailer and you like those kind of films, then you should absolutely go watch because it's exactly what you'd expect. So, there you go. Ryan, did I convince you at all?
Sure, maybe I'll watch it. But
Hey.
what did you give it? What did you rate it?
6 out of 10. Your original rating of Black Adam.
Do I really want to watch it then?
Look, it's short if you have nothing else to do. Oh, David Dubofsky in the chat. What a shock. He's telling me it's called Pretty Woman, not Pretty Women, which I thought I said, but I guess not. Did I say that, Ryan? What did I say? Okay.
Huh?
Did I say Pretty Women or Woman?
I do not recall.
Yeah, okay. So my father's spreading lies in the chat. I gave it a 6 out of 10. If you have the time, watch it. That's my suggestion. And if you don't have the time...
The movie It?
Then, don't watch that. Sorry. I have a friend who really likes it. But I'm sorry, Ahmed, because it's not a good film. Not really. Let's talk Argentina. Does it suck? It does not suck. It's just an average horror. Argentina 1985. You have not seen that either.
Saw the first minute.
You saw the first minute. Wow, Ryan, that's impressive. Only
10 out of 10.
Like 149 to go. It is on Amazon Prime for those of you who are interested in the film. It is not in theaters, I believe. It is. I left a review. I gave a review. It is a pretty average law film. Pretty average courtroom drama. I enjoyed it, certainly, because I like courtroom dramas. I do have some problems with it that Ryan and I can talk about when he watches it, if he does watch it. It is a long one, and that's really my main problem with it, just how long it is and the pacing of the film. Are you interested in this one at all, Ryan?
Yeah, I am. There's a high rating on Letterboxd, so you know I am.
Well, those people are always right, as we know. Look, it's a good film. It'll probably get nominated for Best International Feature come March when the Oscars occur. And actually, February is when the nominations are, I believe. So come February. And it's enjoyable. If you like courtroom dramas, if you like history, because it is about a government that was put on trial in 1984. Are you raising your hand? What's going on?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
What language did you watch it in?
Spanish. It's original language.
Well, I put it on and it started in English.
Yeah, me too. I was very...
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on
why
there.
I did that.
Me neither. I thought for a second, everything I knew about it, I thought it was in Spanish, and then I had to look it up and see.
I looked it up too. And I switched it.
So that's very odd, Amazon. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Keep it in the original language.
Yeah, original
and
language.
Then people can change it if they want to.
Facts. Amen. But watch it in Spanish because it's good in Spanish. I assure you.
I think every time you watch.
An acting is phenomenal. Every time you watch the film, what?
Every time you watch a foreign film in a different language, you should watch it in that language first.
Okay. Good advice.
The original.
Interesting advice. Let's talk Decision to Leave. Decision to Leave. Start us off with this one. What do you know about this film? Anything?
Park Chan-wook.
Park Chan-wook, yeah. the director of Old Boy.
Yep. And Handmaiden.
Don't know anything about that film. But I will tell you, I saw Old Boy earlier in this week, like I said I would last week, because I wanted to familiarize myself with this director when I went in. And I was not the biggest fan. The film is fine. I think it is largely overrated. It is very, very gory and dark in general, and just very odd. And so when a Decision to Leave, I knew I only have seen the trailer, and the trailer does look odd, but it's nothing like Old Boy. So I'm like, I'm not going to like this film, but I'll go see it. Because why not? I should check this film out. And so I went to see Decision to Leave, and I can tell you that I was blown away. This is one of the best films of the year. The more I think about it, the more I'm not ready to do this. Right now, it's my 4th favorite film of the year. But the more I think about it, the more I think about inching it up. Past Everything Everywhere All at Once, past The Northman, and yes, past The Batman. I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it because I was so blown away and touched by this film. I think the craft, and I don't mean to overhype it, okay? So for those of you who are interested, don't raise your expectations to an obscene level. But I very much enjoyed this film. I think the romance here is so special and something to behold, truly. And then as well, you just have the noir detective angle. I spoke about all this in my review. But a truly magnificent film. A little long, so you do have to have the time. It is Korean, so, prepare yourself for subtitles. But it is a phenomenal film. Nothing but praise for it, except for, again, the length. So, Ryan, unless you have anything.
I'm going to have to disagree with you here, because it actually has a 3.9 on Letterboxd.
Outrageous. That is actually ridiculous. That makes me so mad.
You gave it higher than that, so I agree with the Letterboxd people.
Well, they're wrong, and I can't imagine why they think that way. This is a phenomenal. It should have won the Palme d'Or, quite frankly, which it was in competition for. And I can say that now because I saw the actual Palme d'Or winner, which we will talk about next. But Decision to Leave is brilliant, and I actually hope to watch it again. I don't know if I'll have the time, but again, I was so touched by this film. Just brilliant. Yeah? You were saying?
You had the Decision to Leave, watching Decision to Leave.
I had the decision to stay because it was that good.
Oh.
Yeah. Sam asks, what does Netflix do with the original languages EX Squid Games? I have no idea. First of all, it's Squid Game. And do you know what he's talking? What does he mean? What do they do?
He means if it's like if it starts off in the original language and then you have to switch it.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. In my experience, it just starts with the original language on Netflix, I think.
I think HBO Max, it starts in English.
Really?
Well, no,
Why
it doesn't really start.
Do that?
The option is outside on HBO Max, where you click play instead of, and I'm pretty sure it starts on English.
I don't understand that. When I watched Squid Game, it started in Korean. That's a Korean show, right? Or is it Japanese? It's Korean. God, I have no idea. All right, I'm sorry, guys. But right, you're right. And I know that because I switched in English, so you can make fun of me for that. That is like the one foreign product, film or show that I've ever seen that I converted into English. But because I was very busy at the time, and I watched all my shows while multitasking, including Squid Game. So
made fun of the dubbing.
Yeah, but I mean, that didn't hurt. If it hindered my enjoyment, if I heard these actors and I was like, God, this is awful, then I would have put it back because I don't want that to affect my enjoyment. But I thought it was fine. Maybe the original was better. I'm sure it was. And I am sorry that I didn't watch it that way. But it didn't hurt my enjoyment. I thought the dubs were fine. Maybe a little ridiculous, but for the most part, fine. Angela Dubofsky asked, did you ever see Lost City? I assume she means The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, and I did not, and I have no plan to, frankly, unfortunately. Too many other films to see, and it doesn't look like my cup of tea. Ryan, do you plan to watch that film?
No.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Mom. Didn't mean to let you down. But you should see Ticket to Paradise, Mom. I think you'd like that one. Triangle of Sadness. Let's talk about it. The Palme d'Or winner. I saw it today. Very odd film, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It's also too long. We have way too many long films these days. But what do you think about it, Ryan, even though you haven't seen it?
I thought it was everyone says it's funny and satirical.
It is satirical. It's definitely got some funny moments, but I wasn't in love with the comedy.
I plan on watching it soon.
Good. Well, let me know what you think of it when you do, because it's very odd. I would recommend anybody check it out, but I do think Decision to Leave is better. Ryan, did you want to talk about Smile briefly before we move on to the TV section? You said you'd see it last week, and you saw it. So, what is there to say?
It was good. You should watch it.
I'm not watching it.
Are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. That's why.
Sounds like you're scared.
You should see Barbarian. You still haven't seen that. That's a hell of a horror film.
It's coming on
No,
HBO Max.
Smile's a complete...
That's why I'm waiting.
Oh, we were supposed to talk about that?
Talk about
were
what?
we? No, we weren't, I guess. I could have sworn I added that to a doc once. Smile, I don't have the time or care at all. It looks genuinely horrible. You like the film?
Yeah, I do.
I don't understand. It looks so ridiculously basic.
Why?
I have such a high standard for horror. Or at least, I feel like it's a normal standard. But apparently it's high because everybody's settling for these garbage films like Smile. Look, that's not fair. I haven't seen the film. Okay, look, I'll tell you what. Jonathan Middleman. I don't know why I called him out for his full name. Yo, we got a fan in the chat. You see that, Ryan? Oh, that's lovely.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, they just keep...
in the chat. Who is it?
I can't kick them out. Sam, if you're here, if you would do me a favor and just kick them out because you're a moderator. Your time is now. Fuck, man, I can't kick them out. Okay, Sam, if you're there, please do me this solid. What was I saying?
You were talking about Jonathan Middleman.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay, anyway. Here's this film he really likes. It Follows is the film. And I checked it out recently. And I just did not love it. I didn't love... Brian, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
I'm trying to pull up the live.
You're trying to pull up this person's videos in the comments, Ryan? Is that what you're looking up?
I don't know who
really?
that is.
Oh, okay, buddy. No, I get it.
No.
I get how it is.
Live.
Okay, buddy. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. Look, horror in general, my point is... what does Sam say?
I get the joke.
Look, I'm losing my train of thought. Horror is, by and large, made cheap and poorly because they can get away with it, like they did Smile. In my opinion. So maybe I'll check it out someday. I have no current plans to. It is not because I'm scared, I assure you. But
sounds like you are.
Damn, man. Damn. No good horror this year. No, Barbarian is good.
What about Terrifier 2?
Yeah. Again, looks like trash. Not interested. There's so many better films. How are you going to tell me you're going to choose Smile over a film like Decision to Leave or Triangle of Sadness? Or...
I was with friends. I'm not going to take my friends to a foreign film.
You should take your friends to Decision to Leave.
Last time I took one of my friends to Tar, and he was slept.
Well, that's because Tar is mid, so...
We all wanted to watch Smile, and it was a perfect choice to watch Smile.
Okay, look, you know what? I'm not going to judge, but the film sounds horrible.
It was very enjoyable.
Wow, I find that hard to believe. I find that very hard to believe, that first part. Let's talk TV. Of which we have only one thing to talk about, which would be Andor Episode 7. Ryan, what did you think?
It's a good bet. It was very, it was setting up, the future again.
Right.
And it was pretty, suspenseful.
Sure. Yeah, I think this is probably my second favorite episode of the series after last week, which was obviously my first favorite. Because it is, the political intrigue in this show is off the charts. This is uncharted territory for Star Wars, but it's so captivating. And it's I love this stuff. I love the nitty gritty of the universe of Star Wars. And you're starting to see Andor unfold himself as a character. And again, you're right. They're setting up for a lot of the season in ways that are super, interesting. I'm so interested to see how these things carry on and continue and play out. And look, I can't say too much without spoiling it, and obviously I would just recommend that you watch the show because it is very, very good, and I mean, I'm really excited to see how it continues. The show, started off very slow, but I'm loving it. I keep loving it. I get so smile, bro. Your movie got me messed up. I get so happy with a smile across my face watching that show, just hearing all the kinds of stuff they talk about. You have whole scenes that are just meetings with administrators of the empire, and that might sound boring, but they find a way to give it such tension and characterize these people so well that it's truly just brilliant television and brilliant Star Wars.
The dialogue was very strong in this most recent episode.
Yeah, 1,000%. No, they got it unlocked, the dialogue. I think Tony Gilroy and his brother write it, and they are obviously very talented writers. That is it for TV. This is where I wrote in our doc that we would do call-ins. We would do call-ins for this section, but unfortunately, as I explained at the beginning of the episode, there will be no call-ins this time. Sorry to say. But perhaps in the future, let's talk trailers. Ryan, did you see the Creed 3 trailer?
Yes, I did.
And?
Jonathan Majors is jacked.
Legend.
He's jacked out of his mind. And
he's a legend.
That's hype. We got a nice matchup. Kang versus Killmonger.
Man, you're a nerd.
Okay. Relax. But the movie, we already know what the storyline's going to be.
Right.
Because it's a Rocky Creed movie, and it's basically the same every time.
Okay.
But hopefully they add some... What's disrespectful about it?
It's disrespectful to suggest that. I'm not an expert on Rocky by any means.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, a little bit. This storyline, as far as I can tell from what I've heard, is Creed's childhood friend went to prison trying to save both of them, and now wants to get his due. And I don't think that's been done in Rocky before.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the plot of the movie. He's gonna lose or beat down Creed will, and then he's gonna win in the end.
That is literally the opposite of how the original goes. They could not be further.
The Creed.
Well, I've only seen Creed 2, and Creed 2 is very bad. Not very bad, but it's pretty bad. Okay, look, well, whatever. But regardless, I'm very excited.
The first one's different. Rocky.
Yeah, because it's a phenomenal film in the way it manages to differentiate itself from other sports films and romance films. Because at its heart, it is a romance. Let's not kid ourselves. Creed 3 looks very good. I'm very excited. I've not seen... Rocky's a Christmas movie?
I'm joking.
Wow. That's the first I've heard of that. Very excited to see it. I need to see the original Creed. I know I haven't seen that yet. Pretty ridiculous. I have seen the second. Was not the biggest fan. And I'm excited for Creed 3. Trailer was very, very good in my opinion. I really liked the trailer.
It was a good trailer. I gotta watch all the Rocky movies.
One of the best of the year. Yeah, good luck with that, man. Good luck. A Man Called Otto. Did you see that trailer?
I did not see the trailer, but it looks exciting.
You should have seen the trailer because it does not look exciting. It looks like the opposite of exciting.
Never mind.
And it looks very, very plain, very, very standard, very, very melodramatic. And I've lost basically all excitement for this film. It looks like the most Hallmark movie that ever existed. Not very exciting. You should watch the trailer.
Never mind.
And
it's Tom Hanks,
make
right?
up your mind. It is Tom Hanks, and it is a remake also.
That's exciting.
Not just a book. Yeah, but Tom Hanks is an Elvis, and what does he do in Elvis? He's ridiculous. He's a complete caricature.
It's a good performance.
That is not a good performance in Elvis. You and I are gonna have to disagree there. I did not enjoy that performance whatsoever.
The script the character is bad, but the performance is good.
What are you talking? Okay, well, Tom Hanks is he's being ridiculous. Is that a good performance?
I mean, sure.
All right.
He performed the character well.
Well, okay. All right, buddy. Jared Leto performed the character of Joker well. Right, do you want to call that a good performance? He did what David Ayer wanted. He did what the script demanded. Is that a good performance? It's perhaps the furthest thing from it. There you go. Not a good trailer. I will probably see the original film, which I believe is Danish. I have no idea. I really don't know what it is, but I know it is originally a foreign film that I plan to check out. The Crown Season 5 dropped a trailer. This is not a show you watch, yeah?
Yes. Crown. No.
Okay. Well, I love this show. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. It is very, very good, very, very well made, and I love history, and there's perhaps no show that explores history in its entirety. Well, I guess not in its entirety because it's like entirely in the 20th century. But very good. The trailer left a little bit to be desired, but I'm still excited. I'm still going to watch, check out how that goes. And then finally we got another trailer. Oh, yeah, please.
Can I spoil what's going to happen in the season?
Wow, you can.
Princess Diana.
I believe, yes, the
That's
season is exploring the death of Princess Diana. I don't think that's a secret necessarily. But, wow, you're a madman. A show that comes out in 3 weeks. I'm excited. I'm going to watch, and I think it'll probably get some record views because, I mean, given recent circumstance, I expect it to be big. Then we got a final trailer for All Quiet on the Western Front, which is a film we will be talking about a bit later. Did you see this trailer?
No.
Wow. Even though I put it in the doc, Ryan. I got some, did I share it to the right email? Do I need to, like, mail it to you or what? What do I got to do?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to Clockwork Orange you to get you to watch this stuff?
Okay. That's not appropriate.
All Quiet on the Western Front looks phenomenal, and we'll talk about it a bit later. I don't want to give too much away. Let's talk about news. We got some news. Rihanna is rumored, I don't know if she was confirmed, to be giving not one, but 2 songs for the new Black Panther film. What are your thoughts on these?
Hope they're good.
Oh, wow. Not very enthusiastic. Look, she's a legend. She's a legend in the pop industry. And we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting, the last Black Panther album, Kendrick Lamar's album, is easily the best soundtrack for a film ever, in my opinion. If we're talking original music made for a film, an original soundtrack, nothing comes close, in my opinion. That's, I have to say. And so if this is even half that, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds like you disagree. You're giving me a lot of eyebrows.
Possibly.
Oh, you're not sure if you agree. It's quite the stance to take, Ryan. Let's talk about DC with some of the best news of the week, and it's unfortunately about a week old at this point, so the hype has died down a bit. But we got some news that not only is Superman returning for a new project, but they are making an abundance of Batman projects. We're talking a Clayface show. We're talking a, what's his name? Professor Pig show. We're talking a whole ton of stuff. They have faith in this Gotham. We got a ton of
Bane.
DC news. You can check out the Hollywood Reporter article. They said Bane?
Yeah, wasn't he on that?
Man, I don't remember.
No, never mind. Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Oh my God,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Not
This
bad.
is literally, like, could this get any better? We're eating. I mean, I'm not even the biggest DC fan, but I love this stuff. I'm loving this stuff.
Batman fan though.
Yeah.
So
All
I'm
right,
hyped.
buddy. All right, buddy.
I'm the
bigger
biggest
Batman fan. All right, yeah.
I'm the biggest.
Okay, we'll settle this one day on the show. We'll figure it out. But first, we need to get call-ins. Let's talk the new Sims game. Do you care at all? Probably not.
I don't like Sims.
That's cringe, man. Sims it's like a fun game. But anyway, it's the years down the line. They said it's new, whatever. I don't know what, Sims 5, I guess. And it's EA, so they're probably going to charge like $1,000 for it. Let's talk some Oscar categories, some Oscar news. I have 3 big pieces for you here, and then we can move on to our next segment. She Said, the film about the Harvey Weinstein New York Times reporters, has revealed their Oscar categories. Do you know the 2 leads of the film?
Once you see it, I'll know.
Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan. And so they, I haven't seen the film, so I don't know. But a lot of people were wondering, who's going to go which category. Because obviously the studio wants them to get Oscars, and they have a better chance in different categories. So earlier this week, they announced Zoe Kazan is going to campaign in the lead category, while Carey Mulligan is going to campaign in supporting. And a lot of people are calling this category fraud. I haven't seen the film. I'll weigh in when I do see the film. But I do think it probably increases the Oscar chances for Carey Mulligan. I think Zoe is doomed because the field is stacked this year. But I do think Carey Mulligan probably has a better shot now. We'll have to see how She Said does as an Oscar player in general. What are your thoughts on that?
As you said, it probably just helps Carey Mulligan, and Zoe will not maybe even get nominated. But I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Right. Me neither. And then we have Women Talking, which also revealed their Oscar categories. And the only really notable thing here is that everybody was debating because this film is stacked on actresses. And everybody was wondering who's going to get into supporting actress. And they announced earlier this week that Rooney Mara is going to be the only lead for the film, while every other actress is going to be supporting actress. But then they also excluded Frances McDormand, who is, I guess, not running an Oscar campaign, but is instead only as producer of the film, but not acting, to give room for the others, I guess. So, thoughts on that?
I think Rooney Mara is an incredible actress.
Yeah. So,
that's exciting.
Yeah, but she's not going to get nominated. I mean, the field is so unbelievably stacked. She doesn't stand a chance, but it's okay. Jessie Buckley and Claire Foy, I think, are the ones being eyed for supporting actress nominations. And I haven't seen the film, so I can't give my thoughts on that, but I've heard they're both excellent. So
great.
And I've heard Claire Foy is maybe more people's favorite. And then lastly, I wanted to discuss that Babylon was originally, Damien Chazelle's next film, was originally slated for a Christmas limited release. So we're talking New York and Los Angeles theaters, and then it would go wide in January. But the studio said we are going wide on Christmas. Wide release in 2022, which is excellent news because we get to see it sooner. So I'm very excited for that film. One of my most hyped of the year. There you go. Thoughts, Ryan?
I love Damien Chazelle. La La Land's my favorite movie. Oops. Brad Pitt is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited for this film.
I'm looking forward to it. The chat is unbelievably dry, I have to say. This is disappointing. Yeah. And then 2 little segments here before we get to... Actually, I'm going to save one. We were going to do hot takes at this point. And Ryan, I don't know if you made a list, but if you didn't, you get more time because we're going to save this one because I only wanted to do this with call-ins. I don't think it's fair to discuss hot takes without people being able to call in and give their opinions. But I had a whole list. I still have a whole list ready of hot takes, film-related or TV hot takes that I have that I'm more than happy to share with you guys that I worked on over the past week, and I'm very excited to share. But we'll save that one. And I also wanted to do this with call-ins, but there's no way I'm saving this for a future week. Ryan, do you see this on your screen right now? No, I messed it up.
Do you see
shit, I'm messing
Sam's
it up
message?
right now.
He said, where's Babylon trailer? It's been out for a while now.
Yeah, it has. Do you see this, Ryan? Do you see this on your screen?
A long time. What do I see? I see no.
You don't see this?
I don't know what I'm supposed to see.
Wait, can I put it above? Oh, that's why.
I'm getting the spinning circle that.
Oh, you're watching on the live. That's why. You need to be watching this. Delete one. If you had to pick one to delete, which would you delete? And I want the chat to answer this as well if you're here. Which of these films are you saying goodbye to? Ryan,
what?
Let's start with you.
I don't see anything.
What are you talking about?
At the live or on? Where should I be looking on the?
Just
live?
Look at the live then. It's on the live. I can see the live.
Alright, because it's not on the. Oh, I see it on the live.
Delete one of these films.
I know what I'm deleting.
You know what you're deleting? The chat is not giving their opinion. I want to discuss this one with the chat. Ryan, what are you deleting? Let's hear it.
I'm deleting Logan.
Bro is deleting Logan. Unbelievable. Dislike the video for that opinion. Just kidding. Dislike the video. I'll tell you what I'm deleting. Do you know what I'm deleting?
The Batman. That's what you're going to say.
Wrong.
Oh, you're deleting Spider-Man.
I'm deleting Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
All of these films are very, very good. It's either Spider-Verse or the Batman. I gotta be honest. It's one of the two. Logan is a phenomenal film. Phenomenal send-off to this character. Batman has maybe the most flaws out of these 4, in my opinion. Infinity War is untouchable, in my opinion. One of the best superhero films of all time. I adore this film with
Look,
my entire heart.
look at
An
everyone saying
incredible
Avengers.
crossover. What are you talking about?
Jacob and Elon.
I don't even see that. Are you serious?
They said Avengers. Ridiculous.
Is my chat bugging?
Ridiculous.
Hang on. No. Hang on.
You want me to tell you what people are saying?
Yeah, I do. No, this has got me. Holy crap. This chat has been going this whole time. You can't be serious. Guys, I'm so sorry. No way. I just have been ignoring all of you. Hang on now. Okay, what are we talking about? I'm going to go back because I didn't see any of this stuff. Hang on. Man, that's so disappointing. I hate this software. Man, I'm actually pissed. Alright, Sam says Creed 3 trailers hype. Are there any more international releases on your radar this year? It's funny that you pointed that out because I saw 3 I'm going to hide this for a sec. I saw 3 international releases this week, which is just an insane amount. Any others for the rest of the year? All Quiet on the Western Front for one, which is next week. What else? Close by Lucas Daunt, I believe is his name, is a film that's sort of been on my radar. Besides that, I don't know that there is anything else. Broker is a film I'm very excited to see. It's also Korean film with Song Kang-ho, the main actor from Parasite, the dad. Very excited to see that film. I saw a trailer for that again today. Looks very good. So those few. Sims 4W, Sam says, Elon shows up. I was really worried where this man was. Jacob is here. No Collins, sorry Elon. I did explain that at the beginning, unfortunately. Alright, and here we go. Everybody's talking about Ellie is upset. At what, I wonder? It's got to be Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse, in my opinion. Because ridiculous. I'll tell you why. I like the film. All of them are very good. Infinity War is a 10 out of 10. Logan is a 9 out of 10. Spider-Verse is a 9 out of 10. Batman's a 9 out of 10. You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe it's Batman. Because the film is the most flawed, in my opinion. It's too long. The pacing has some serious problems, especially as it enters the final act of the film. But Spider-Verse is so good. It's got some great themes in there. It's just a little basic, is all, in my opinion. I feel like it's lacking. That's why. I feel like it's like it. I really don't feel good saying this because all these films are good. There's not a bad option here. But Logan acts as just this phenomenal send-off to an incredible character that existed for a decade. Like, I binged those X-Men films, and I just got so attached to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine that it's impossible not to appreciate Logan on that deep level. Infinity War, I'm not even going to talk about. Again, one of the greatest conclusions to a franchise. And then let's talk about The Batman, which is an incredible introduction to this new world. Gotham, the Gotham it creates, is so admirable. Finally, the chat starts kicking in about an hour into the show, for God's sakes. We're about to end. Whereas Spider-Verse has all this stuff, it's just a little simple, is all. A little simpler than the rest. I really like the themes here, but that's about it. And the animation, I think, is very good. But I don't know if that's enough to raise it above the other 3, in my opinion. So
I think it's probably the most fun out of them.
Most fun.
Yeah.
Infinity War is the most fun, but Spider-Verse is second. Yeah, Logan and Batman are not fun films. Logan is definitely not a fun film, and the Batman not particularly either. But my thoughts on the Gotham show, maybe the best show ever made. Really just a phenomenal interpretation of Batman and his rogues gallery. It doesn't get better.
Peak cinema.
It's peak. It really is peak. If we had to do this again, if we had to delete one of these 4, but Gotham was on the list, I'd delete all the other 4 to save Gotham. I would wipe all 4 of them off the planet to save Gotham. Sam says, do this but with bad movies. As in, choose one bad movie you have to keep, but drop 3. What is he saying? So like a Morbius, Venom, Let There Be Carnage kind of thing? Like put all those kinds of films on one and then pick one? I don't know what he's saying. Gotham is not a hot take because I think everybody realizes that show is horrible. Alright, well, unless anybody has anything else to say on this topic of deleting one, we can continue. I want to drop, since the chat is active now, I thought nobody was here. I want to drop a hot take. Do you have a hot take ready to go? We can save most of them for another episode. Well, then think about it while I tell this one. I gotta look through these, see which ones I like. Which one will get the most? We talked The Matrix. I didn't even write that on this list, actually. Which one will these people like? I don't know which of these to do. I'm gonna say I'll drop you 2 director ones right now. 2 director hot takes. I'll drop you 3 director hot takes. Number 1. The Departed is Martin Scorsese's best film. The Departed is Martin Scorsese's best film.
That's ridiculous.
I don't make the rules. Very, very good movie. I don't know if it's his best, actually, but it's most certainly my favorite. I think best might be maybe even The Irishman. Might even say The Irishman is his best film.
Disagreeing with you.
Well, this is why you're wrong.
That's a ridiculous take.
Phenomenal film. Doesn't get better. Does not get better. Let's talk Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson, mid filmmaker, mid movies. He has made one A rated film, in my opinion, and everything else is B tier practically. Even the Grand Budapest Hotel. A lot of people call it his best film. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. He prioritizes Bottle Rocket, his very first feature. Is his 8 out of 10. He's all style. He's all style over substance, in my opinion. Yeah, I knew Elon would. I was waiting for that man to say something. Wes Anderson is a mid director. Of course you do. Look, you like to be wrong. I don't know what to tell you, man. I feel sorry for you.
Oh, you like to be wrong.
You're wrong there,
buddy.
Oh, Sam agrees. Alina says One Direction, This Is Us is best movie by Martin Scorsese. And couldn't agree more. Finally, my last take for this episode. I'll save most of these for another time. Another director one, Stanley Kubrick. Legend, GOAT, icon to the cinema community. Is none of those things. He's overrated. Overrated. Ryan is mad at that one. He's fuming. You can see that. Oh, he's just frozen. Oh, he's back, actually. I thought you were actually... Hello, are you there? Ryan. All right, Ryan's gone.
Can you hear me?
I can, but you're like frozen. Okay, you're back. Stanley Kubrick is mid.
I think that is ridiculous to say that.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do.
Which Kubrick films have you seen?
Okay, buddy, you're gonna pull the whole. I've seen more Kubrick films than you.
Which Kubrick films have you seen?
I've seen Full Metal Jacket. I've seen The Killing. I've seen Doctor Strangelove. I've seen A Clockwork Orange. God, what a bad film. Fuck A Clockwork Orange. Mid movie. Bad movie.
Such a fool.
I'm being honest with you. I've seen, yeah, it must be. I'm sure I've seen more than that, but I guess not. I haven't seen 2001. Full Metal Jacket's his best film. It's pretty good. Maybe like an 8 out of 10.
That's great.
That's not great. Right. That's like most directors have an 8 out of 10.
The Killing. What do you give The Killing?
God. Somewhere 6, 7 maybe. Pretty good. A little dated, but pretty good.
We're going to have to check that.
Oh, you're pulling that up? You're pulling that up? We're fact checking that?
I'll fact check it.
I haven't seen The Shining. I have not seen The Shining. That is a blind spot.
What do you give?
What do I give?
What's it called?
Yeah, take your time. Not like we have dead air or anything.
I'm fact checking you. What do you give Doctor Strangelove?
A 6.
You gave The Killing an 8 out of 10, and you said a 7. You are a liar.
Well, it's not a 6. I take that back. I think I'll go a 7. All right, whatever. Even if it's an 8, the man is talked about like he's the greatest of all time indisputably. A
You gave
Clockwork
Full Metal
Orange.
Jacket a 9. You gave Full Metal Jacket a 9 and The Killing an 8, and you're saying both lower.
I'm
This
being
is
exposed.
ridiculous.
I'm being exposed a
ridiculous.
little bit. I'm being a little bit
You're making
exposed.
things up.
You know what? This is a new game idea.
Wow.
We gotta check
Guess
this
what
shit.
we rated movies?
Yeah. Guess the rating.
Alright.
All right, but not this episode. We need more prep for that. Okay, I'm being exposed a little bit, but even so, I give one of his films a 9, and he's the greatest of all time. I don't think so.
You give one a
Where
9
is
and one
Spielberg's
8, and
respect?
You've only seen 2 more.
8 out of 10
Let's
is
see
the
more.
basic. Okay, are you kidding me here? 8 out of 10 is like this should be free.
4. You've seen 4. 2 of them are an 8 or higher. In your opinion.
So he's a 50% batting
You
average.
just call him
50%. Bro, people call him the greatest of all time. He's not the greatest of all time. He's just not. The greatest of all time puts up GOAT numbers. We're talking Spielberg is the LeBron James of cinema. And Michael Jordan... No, I don't want to make that comparison because most people like
You
MJ.
mean Midberg?
Bro, you cannot be
Midberg.
saying that right now. Is that a hot take? Are you serious on that one? Don't even say that. I'll
Steven
kick you off the
Spielberg's
show.
Overrated.
I'll kick you off the show.
He's overrated.
That's actually a bit... Are you being serious?
Not a top 3 director.
What? Bro, take that shit back right now. Take that shit back right now. There's no way. Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Catch Me If You Can, West Side Story, even just last year. The man does not stop. He's relentless. He's relentless. AI, we're talking Minority Report, we're talking Jaws. Are you going to sit here and disrespect Jaws?
No, I'm not. I'm saying him. He has great movies. But then if you look at some of his movies, like it's
Bro,
lacking.
people have bad films. You want to talk about bad movies? Let's talk about A Clockwork Orange. What is that
That's a great
garbage?
film.
That
That's a great
film
film.
sucks. Clockwork Orange is shit. I'm like 1,000% serious. Spielberg's a number 1, Elon says. That's my man. That's my man. I take back the Wes Anderson comment now.
BFG.
BFG is fine. It's harmless.
E.T.
E.T. is
Encounters.
good. Close
War of the
Encounters is
Worlds.
not great. War of the Worlds is dog shit, but it's
Player
okay. Even the greats can mess up.
Player One.
Ready Player One is good. It's fun.
Nope. Overrated.
Overrated? People don't like that film.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
It's not overrated then. You're being ridiculous.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Okay. Oh, well, I didn't even mention Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Tintin.
Indiana Jones. The man started Indiana
Tintin.
Jones, and you're not going to give him the respect he deserves? It's outrageous.
Tintin, bro.
Tintin is fine. The
Lost
animation looks
World.
very good. All right, bro. You want to pull up his whole
The
filmography
Post.
here? No. Let's hear a hot take. from
War
you.
Horse.
And then let's move on here. That we're over an hour.
This is a hot take. Steven Spielberg's overrated.
Okay, but there's no way you actually think that. There's no way you
I
actually
do.
think that.
I do think that.
I actually don't know if I can continue this show.
I got Stanley Kubrick over Spielberg. That's
Bro,
facts. That's facts.
Saving Private Ryan, I didn't even mention. I keep forgetting legendary films that this man has. Do you see how good he is? That's
I
how
do.
good he is.
He's not. He's top. He's top 10.
Kubrick is like...
Spielberg is top 5, but not top 3.
Who's above Spielberg? Who's above Spielberg? Name 4 directors better than
David
Spielberg. David
Fincher.
Don't even. You might like him more.
Undoubtedly.
You might like him more.
Undoubtedly.
But let's be real. We're talking best directors all time. You're putting David Fincher on that list?
Yeah, I am. Of course. I asked you one time and you said the same.
I love David
Best.
Fincher. He's a top 3 favorite. He's absolutely a top 3 favorite.
Best.
David Fincher's not one of the top 3 best directors of all time.
Then
He's
you're
not one of the
wrong.
top. Spielberg, Scorsese. Indisputed 1-2. Indisputed 1-2.
Disputed.
Indisputed.
Right here.
Indisputed
I'm-
1-2.
I'm
Right there.
disputing
That
what I'm
combo.
talking about.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's getting
3,
disputed right now.
we're in some tricky territory there. Look, Ryan, I don't know what to tell you, but I don't think you're cut out for this gig. I don't think we can be
Oh,
partners
so
here
I'm fired
anymore. I think you're fired. I think I'm gonna have to let you go.
That's
Like Up in the Air, like George Clooney. You should watch that film. That's what he does in the movie. He just fires people.
Spoiled.
Well, it's kind of the entire premise of the film.
That's
Ryan, do you have a hot take you want to give us before we go? This will be fun with Collins, I think. You know, I'm excited when we add that feature.
hot take before we go.
I need to pick up that pen after.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to come up with one on the spot.
Well, I did tell you to make a list.
Overrated.
Dunkirk is massively overrated. That's facts. That is facts.
Facts.
That's complete facts. That's
Christopher
1,000% facts.
Overrated.
Christopher Nolan overrated? I think he gets a little
Said
bit.
it.
I think he gets too much
Said
hate.
it.
I think he gets
He's
too much hate.
overrated.
Elon says Ellie wants to replace Ryan. Give her a call right now. She's in. She has the job. She has. Actually, you're right. I don't know if. You know.
That Ellie, come on, her takes.
You know. All right, Ryan might be right.
Want
The
a
Samurai
Gotham
pretty.
fan on the show?
Okay, that's a fair point. You really turned me off of that idea quick. I own the DVD of Up in the Air. Alina says, watch that shit tonight. It's an excellent film. Very good. Dunkirk is overrated. Nolan is not. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to the last segment because we're at an hour and 6 minutes, so we should wrap this up. Going forward, Ryan, this next week, let's talk about what we got to look forward to. We got the Cabinet of Curiosities. You know anything about this?
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
That's right. You do know something about it. October 25th is a show. Angela Dubofsky, my mother, tells me she's Ellie's agent. All right. I really don't know what the hell is going on in this chat sometimes.
It's 5,
man.
right?
This is wild.
5.
6, I think. I think it's 6 because I think they're dropping 2 a day. But I'm very excited. Yeah. We get a little Guillermo del Toro show. It looks a little creepy. Looks a little weird. And I am excited because who could say no to some Guillermo del Toro? The Good Nurse drops October 26th. Jessica Chastain, Eddie Redmayne, based on a true story about a doctor that was killing people and the doctor that uncovered that. That drops on Netflix on October 26th, which is Wednesday. I'm excited to see that. Also dropping on Wednesday is Tales of the Jedi, an animated in the Clone Wars style, like very short show, like very, very short, about Ahsoka and about Count Dooku. It's about both, and it's like anthology.
Is it all releasing that day?
It is all dropping on the same day, so it's very quick
How
content
many
to consume.
Eps, you know?
I don't.
You
I
know
think it might be 6, 7, 8.
You know where it takes place in the Star Wars universe?
It takes place when they're... I don't know Ahsoka's, but Dooku is obviously him being trained as a Jedi, because it's the whole apprentice angle. And I think they compare the two stories.
Do I have to watch Clone Wars first?
Yeah, bro, you do not have the time, and I do not think it matters, no. Dooku is not in Clone Wars as a Jedi, so no. Ahsoka might be. October 28th, we have 3 things dropping on this day. One, you have Wendell and Wild. Does that sound familiar, Ryan? You tried to correct me on that one last week? Yeah?
I was right.
Okay, buddy, you were completely wrong. Let's not go through this again. Let's not rehash
100%.
this. Wendell and Wild, I'm not very excited for it. If it gets good reviews, I'll watch it. But I heard some not great things. Yeah, but we'll see how that continues. But Henry Selick directed The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is one of my favorite films of all time. So I'll consider checking it out. Then you have All Quiet on the Western Front, which we talked about a bit earlier in the show. I cannot express how excited I am to see this film. I'm ready to be ripped to shreds because I expect it to be brutal. I expect it to be a violent, anti-war film. And no way people are actually saying you were right. Do they not remember the conversation?
I was right, bro.
Bro, you were telling me to add it to the list like it would affect us. Neither of us would have been able to see it.
Our viewers.
No viewers. We have 6 viewers. Bro.
Our viewers want to... Bro.
They can't see it.
Mindset. You got to have that mindset.
Do you want to talk about every limited release that drops out every week that's not available to us?
Big releases.
Dog, they're limited. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect us at all.
Dog, some people have access.
Not our people, dog.
Dog.
No, this is what I know.
This.
Ellie would not disagree with me on this show. I'll tell you that much. She wouldn't be pulling up this bullshit about Wendell and Wild on the weeks. I'll tell you that.
Know anything.
Okay, it's a different story. All Quiet on the Western Front. Ridiculously excited. I've seen the original from 1930.
I'm excited to see the Cowboys.
Yeah, I knew
in
you'd
the
make that
last
joke. I was
host.
ready for it. I was waiting for it to come. That's a good one. But I really am excited. Please check that one out. And there will be a review. And hopefully Ryan watches it this week. He actually watches some films that he's supposed to see instead of Smile. You can go see Smile a second time if you want. But you should probably watch this instead. I think that's probably a better idea. And then we've got something that we might review, might not. 21 Savage Drake collab album. Her Loss.
Whoa. 21 Savage said that was cat.
What? No way you're serious right now.
Yeah, why are you spreading fake info?
Whoa, wait.
Misinformation?
Are you being real?
Misinformation? I'm serious.
Nah. Well, I don't really have the time to look it up right now.
Look,
What do you mean he said it was cap? He says the album doesn't exist or what? He's not a part of it?
On the rap post where they're like, they're gonna collab, 21 Savage.
Bro, they dropped like a video and shit.
What are you talking about?
No. All the news I see here is that they're having a collab album together.
I mean, they could be until 21 Savage is trying to like keep a secret something.
You say he said that on Twitter?
Look. See, no, it's Instagram. So this is 21 Savage and Drake album drop. Cat. 21 Savage said cat.
Huh.
See that?
Okay, well anyway,
It's
we're
like-
still announcing it because we got to be prepared. That's our job as reviewers, to be ready.
Said cat.
So anyway, that drops October 28th, supposedly with or without 21 Savage. We shall see. May or may not listen to it. We'll see. Anything else you want to add to this show in general, Ryan, before we call it a day?
I agree with Elon. Drake is overrated.
Where are you seeing this? Is my chat just not?
Said that in the chat.
Bro, I'm actually need to figure this shit out. Okay, I'm actually back. Okay, I said he was right as a joke, Elon says. Genius. Oh, Elon also made the Western joke. You people are so predictable. Drake is a little bit overrated, especially after that last album, which is absolutely horrible. Elon says, when is Kendrick dropping a new album? Maybe just wait a little bit. Give the man a break. I think he's still on tour, for God's sakes. Folks, Ryan, you got anything to say?
Nope.
Bro has nothing to say.
I'm always right.
What else is new? He's never right. Next week, we will try desperately to bring call-ins to the show. And if you have any other just discussion ideas in general, like we did that delete one little Twitter post. If you have ideas like that, please send them in. You can send them in to me at my email or, I guess, phone. I don't really know if you guys even have access to that as viewers. But most of you know me personally anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I have been EDPC Reviews. This has been Ryan, the wrong man, Dubofsky. I'm going to need a better nickname than that. He is from the movie Smile. We will see you in the next Cinema Conversations. Bye-bye.